Britain has a long and proud history of manufacturing, but what role does it play in today's economic landscape? The Manufacturing Technologies Association and Oxford Economics have released their latest report on the true impact of British manufacturing. And to find out more, we spoke with MTA's Head of Operations, James Fudge.
Hi James, welcome.
Thanks very much.
Let's begin with the UK manufacturing sector and the economy. What role do you think it plays?
So in terms of our updated report we did at the earlier part of this year, we looked at the impact of manufacturing on GDP, and it represents about £518 million worth, which, to put that into context, if you're looking at making things, whether that be the domestic market or exports, it's about 34.5%. There's always this attitude of, the UK doesn't make anything anymore. When we looked at this report, we were looking at what impact that has on services. So certain service providers that rely wholly on manufacturing were included within this, and actually it gives a truer picture.
What are the biggest challenges facing the UK manufacturing sector?
I think we've really shown resilience, particularly through the pandemic. The UK manufacturing sector adapted very quickly. You've got people reevaluating their supply chains, so they might be looking at nearshoring or onshoring certain products that before they've been shipping around the world. That ties in very neatly to the sustainability piece in terms of the environmental impact of what the sector's doing. And importantly, skills. Skills is always a big challenge that we struggle with, right across the spectrum, all the way from trained engineers, all the way through to other jobs that run through the sector. And
that brings me on to asking, do you think the sector has evolved?
Massively. I mean, we run a big show at the NEC every 2 years. And in 2020, the show was postponed for obvious reasons. And so there was a 4-year hiatus between shows. And the leap in technology was noticeable. And also, I think the new skills that come through. So we're starting to see a lot more people come into engineering with a different skill set. So people that are more focused on IT, so chief information officers coming through, who are now starting to look at, well, hang on a minute, how do we connect these facilities? As the fourth industrial revolution comes through, what do we really do and look at in terms of connected machines, predictive maintenance, design, and again, with new technologies, things like additive manufacturing, you're seeing a new wave of young engineers come through that are now designing for 3D rather than just looking at traditional subtractive methods.
With the advancement of technology, does that impact jobs in the manufacturing sector?
I think it opens up new opportunities for new people coming in because we need new skills to look after that. But the other thing that it does do is it replaces some of those mundane roles, meaning that those key skilled people can be redeployed elsewhere in the business. So actually it's complementary technology rather than competitive.
And finally, what do you think the future looks like for UK manufacturing?
We at the MTA and talking to people around the industry are all very optimistic. The UK has a great manufacturing base. We're one of the world leaders, particularly in terms of research and development. And as long as we keep getting support from government and we keep pushing in the right direction, it looks like it's going to be a really positive few years for manufacturing.